Can I kiss you? He pulls back for a moment. His eyes are locked onto yours, piercing into your soul with such a neediness that you wanted to break out of his gaze. But you couldn't. Restart Heart is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Espoir David, and today I want to play Restart Heart. Be careful of the choices you make. This game will remember. Beep. Day 1. Ugh, my head. I shouldn't drink that much anymore. What's my name again? Get blackout drunk, forget your own name. My name is Espoir. I'm so sorry it took me so long. Wait, you're actually playing my game? Not me crying right now. Please don't cry, because then I will cry. Well, if you have any questions, you can DM me on Twitter. Thank you, I probably will. Thanks for playing, have fun. Oh, and if you don't happen to know who Espoir is, she's Espoir David. Not me crying right now. Thank you. Fluffin' heck, did I really forget my name for a second? I mean, that could probably happen. I really need to avoid alcohol for a while. You roll over in bed and pull the covers over your head. Your migraine plus the light coming through the windows was annoying. Ooh. Babies! Babies everywhere! Hold on a sec. We gotta look at these babies. I have a sticker of this person, but I don't know who they are. And this one's adorable. And Amogus. And this guy, these guys whose games I haven't played yet. And Dachabo. And I can't tell who that is, but they look really familiar. And Jack. And Alan. And Douglas. And Dr. Storm, whose game I still haven't played yet. Ah, I love Easter eggs. I love that. And I think that's a little Ren and a little Micah over there. And a bunny from Friend. Is that Devin? Is that Devin? Devin, I think his name was Devin. From Invite Me In. Oh, I can't wait to play that game again. Eee! Wait, why are my curtains open? Walking over to the window, you pull the curtains closed before looking down at yourself, half-dressed and covered in sweat. Well, shoot. I need a shower. Do I really want to take a shower right now? I probably should, but... You should check on roommate? I'm sure my roommate won't mind if I'm smelly. Although I should take a shower, unless I want to avoid any encounters with John Doe. I'll check on my roommate. Is my roommate okay? I need to make sure my roommate didn't flip and die last night, seeing as I can hardly remember everything that happened after... that. Grabbing the nearest shirt you have, you toss it on before leaving the room to see your roommate on the couch. Alive and well! Yo, I see you didn't die! Unfortunately. You sigh and plop down next to him. He looks up at the ceiling and awkwardly pats your shoulder. I know you don't want to talk about it yet, but for real, I'm always here for you, bro. You nodded and looked over to him. He was a huge jock-looking dude, but to be honest, he was the definition of a himbo. His favorite words were practically bro and dude. I like this guy. And that ended up leaking into your vocabulary after living with him for so long, too. You hungry? Like heck, broski. You cringed internally at his words, but stood up and walked to the kitchen with him in tow. So, what are you hungry for? I could go for anything. You knew he had always had the same breakfast every morning, but today he was being nice. Oh, I don't know. Maybe chocolate chip pancakes? Sounds great. I'll get the pans ready. You're on batter duty, dude. You guys quietly make pancakes together. He keeps glancing at you with a worried expression, as if you were frail enough to wither away the moment he took his eyes off of you. Every sigh caused him to glance over, and each small clatter of a utensil being placed down made him flinch. Oh! If he was like this, then everyone knew what happened already. You know I'm not gonna die just because of what happened, right? Huh? He took a second to breathe and turned around after flipping a pancake. I'm just kinda worried about you, bro. You really lost your cool last night. I don't think anyone has seen you like that before. Tears pricked at your eyes as you stared at the pan. Taking a deep breath, you nod. Yeah, last night fluffin' sucked. But it's not like I can do anything about it anymore, so I just gotta move on, you know? He nodded at you quietly, his concerned stare making him look down at you once more. You gulped and looked away. He's huge, like at least a foot taller than you. And to be honest, he's kinda hot. But like, in a totally platonic way, right? He's pretty cute. He's pretty adorable. Well, like I said, if you need anything, bro. He lifted his arm and patted his flexed bicep. Oh, I got you covered. His serious face made you burst into laughter. Honestly, he was so sweet, and it was so funny to see him offer violence. You wipe a tear from your eye and smile. Dude, I think I'll be fine. Thanks, though. You returned to quietly making pancakes after seeing him blush a bit in embarrassment. After you two finished making the pancakes, you sat down and ate them without talking much. After all, you two weren't exactly close, mostly just polite because of being roomies. After finishing your food, you quietly put your plate in the sink and went to go take a shower. Because you stank. Alright, good. My roommate's alright. Okay, so I really need a shower already. As you enter the bathroom, you see yourself in the mirror. Your hair is an absolute mess, and your face is tear-streaked. Oh, Fluff! The fact that he didn't even say anything says volumes. Oh. Last night was an absolute disaster, and of course, you decided that getting blackout drunk was a good idea. You prodded at your face for a bit before sighing and getting ready for a shower. Yeah, dude? I have to get ready for work, so don't take forever, okay? Yeah, I know. You take a short shower and quickly brush your teeth before leaving the bathroom to see your roommate sitting on the couch. I'm done, dude. He walks past you into the bathroom, and you head to your room. So many plushies. I want. When you sit on your bed, you reach for your phone. Well, that's lucky. Drunk me actually remembered to put it on the charger. I usually don't remember that. I guess drunk me pitied me just as bad as everyone else probably does. Checking your notifications, you see a bunch of texts from your friends and family. Fluff, even my family knows? Ugh, this is going to be a mess. Who do I respond to first? Well, let's start with my best friend. Normally, they would be first. Shooting a short response to your friend, just letting them know you're alive, you grab your work clothes and rush out the door. Maybe working hard today will help you forget. Thanks for coming. Have a nice day. You slouch in your chair as the midday rush ends. You still haven't checked your phone since this morning. Awkwardly, you fish your phone out of your bag and stare at it. Of course, there were still tons of notifications. It wouldn't stop. It won't stop. Of course it wouldn't. Not after what happened. Honestly, you might as well just turn off your phone for a week. Excuse me. You throw your phone back in your bag out of frustration. Dude, hello? You look up, realizing 2 customers were there, and you didn't notice since you were angry at your phone. So pretty! Sorry. How can I help you? Yeah, can you pay attention next time? Don't be like that, Blair. Can't you see that Espo isn't feeling good? Blair lets out a huffy sigh and looks you up and down. You feel a blush creeping up. You're not wrong, but still. What's wrong with you today, dude? I drank too much last night. Blair suddenly starts laughing. Oh my god, dude, seriously? I don't think you should be saying that to customers. You smile at Sammy and wave off Blair. You two come in here enough for me to not care much. You guys won't find any other place like this anyways. Sammy nods while a blush spreads across their cheeks. No one else in town has a shop quite like this one, especially since it's featured more fancy stuff. Well, to be exact, it was a gourmet chocolate shop, the only one in around a 50-mile radius, so pretty much everyone visited for all their fancy chocolatey needs. I haven't gone to a chocolate store in so long. There's not one around here. Hey, where's Ezra? I thought they came in with you guys all the time. Sammy and Blair look at each other before leaning in close over the counter. You're not gonna believe this, but apparently they have a huge crush on someone and wanted to get them a gift. Yeah, and they said they want to go handle some stuff for them. He's so fluffy awkward about it, but also like, I wish someone would show interest to me. I don't think they meant it to sound weird, but it definitely sounds sketchy. Ooh. Oh no, sketchiness in a VN? Knowing them, he's probably gonna go do something stupid and then come back all proud and stuff.
Hello there.
Who's doing something stupid? Is it Blair? Ah! Fluff! Dude! All three of you whipped your heads around to see Ezra standing there with a crap-eating grin on his face. You're all a bunch of scaredy cats, huh? Blair immediately punched their shoulder, and Ezra laughed at her. No, you're just a fluffing a-hole. I can't argue with that, Blair. When did you even get here? You scared us. Yeah, dude, I didn't even see you come in. Just now. Don't worry, I haven't been here for long. Ezra dramatically clutches his chest and feigns sorrow with super exaggerated staggering towards the counter. Not even a swan noticed me come in. My heart and my soul hurt so badly. I will simply perish because our beautiful Esploit doesn't notice me. And his tears flow like waterfalls. Careful, Ezra. Esploit's partner might just come after you for complimenting them again. Blair and Sammy started laughing as you felt a blush creep up again. Ezra was always complimenting you, but it stung to hear about that douchebag. Actually, we aren't together anymore. The three of them turned to look at you. Ezra didn't seem to be startled, but gave you a sympathetic stare. Sammy choked up and looked away. Crap, dude! Is that why you were drinking so much? And you look like heck today. You nod, awkwardly, as you see another customer come in. Your savior comes in the form of a middle-aged dad who looked lost. Jumping up, you rush over to him and offer him help to get out of the awkwardness of that situation. Even if they are regulars who come in and hang out with you while you're at work, it's not like they're friends. And even if they were closer to you, you really didn't want to talk about last night. I hope your daughter enjoys her birthday present. I hope so too. I'm not very well versed in the matters of chocolate. This place always brightens her day. You smile and wave him out. Sitting down in your chair, you feel hands behind you. Hey now. Blair spins your chair around and traps you in place. No, don't make me talk about my problems. Okay, so we've kind of decided as a group that you're coming with us after your shift to forget that douchewad. Yeah, he clearly doesn't know what he had with you. You look over to Ezra, who usually reins in Blair when she gets excited over things, but he looks at you and shrugs. Letting out a small groan, you grab your bag. Fine, since you guys decided to stay all shift. Of course we did. Also, that dad took so fluffing long, didn't he? Like, how did he manage to spend like 4 hours searching for a birthday gift? Ugh, 4 hours? That was kind of weird. Whatever, come on, Esploit. We're taking you out to forget about that piece of crap. Ezra seemed to see the bit with his words, but they never really liked the way your ex treated you anyways. If they want to be here for me, I might as well let them, right? Absolutely. Let's go, friends. Ah, what? Oh, okay. Okay, I see. That little icon is so cute and spooky. You know what? Maybe it might be a good idea to make friends with people who don't know what's going on. At least they can be fun. But you definitely shouldn't drink tonight. Okay, fine, but I'm not going out drinking. I don't feel like waking up with a hangover 2 nights in a row. Yes, okay, so we can totally go out to eat and hang out at the park and the beach tonight. What do you say? Sammy smiles nervously at you, and you sigh. Are you guys always out and super busy? A little. Blair likes to do a lot. Usually I end up being the boring one suggesting we head home for the night. I got crap to do, and Blair has too much free time. You nod as you grab your bag. Closing up shop was easy with their help. As you lock the doors to the shop, you turn over to your new friends. Guess you're gonna get to know them pretty well tonight. So, I'm working on my master's degree in historical literature, so I don't work right now. Sammy and Ezra were standing next to you as the 4 of you walked to the night cafe. Ezra leaned towards you, watching Blair prance ahead. Blair's a freelance programmer, so she does all her work at the beginning of the month. Then for the rest of the month, she has fun. What about you? You look up at Ezra, who smiles at you. Sammy runs ahead to chat with Blair, as the 2 of you trail behind. I'm an engineer of sorts. What does that mean? Ezra scratches the back of his head and looks away from you. I design stuff for companies. Although you'd probably never see anything I design. It's kinda like dildos. Weapons. You make smaller products? Ezra smiles at you. Yeah, most people will never see what I do, but I enjoy it. As you walked with them, you found out they were actually really cool people. Somehow these 3 had been friends since high school. Blair and Ezra since diapers, apparently. Oh. You thought it was kind of weird since there was such a stark difference between them, but like, you and your best friend were super different too. Oh, crap, I should probably let my friend Steph know I'm still alive. Come on, just have fun tonight, Espoir. You can text them later. No, you should text them now. Yeah, and anyways, wouldn't they have called by now if they were worried? I would have. Sammy has a point there. Come on, just hang out with us for the night. I'll buy your food for you. Yes, I want my best friend to know that I'm safe and alive. Sorry, guys, just a minute. I really should let them know I'm fine. Blair rolled her eyes, and the 3 of them watched as you shot a text to Steph, just letting them know that you're alive. Okay, sorry. Is this the cafe? It's only gonna take a second. Come inside already, you nerds. Blair was already halfway in the doors of the cafe as the rest of you walked in. It was a small place, but the atmosphere was calming. You each ordered your food. Ezra ended up paying for all of you. He seems to be a really sweet guy. Sammy is super sweet, and Blair's just so confident it's almost infectious. I love them all. I'll have one of each. You all spent some time eating at the cafe before heading out to the park. You walked and talked about anything and everything with them. Somehow, these 3 random customers have become your friends. Not that you're complaining, but it was a little refreshing to make new friends. You guys are really nice to me. Why is that? Honestly, I think you're pretty attractive. You're always really polite to us when we're in the store, and you don't mind my nervousness. You could feel a blush reach up to your ears, and you looked away from them for a bit. Ezra, why don't you tell us why you're so nice, huh? We did it. You realize he hasn't said anything, and look at him. Well, something about you is captivating. It makes me not want to take my eyes off of you. I like you. Oh, we're all friends now. What could possibly go wrong? Well, dang, Mr. Smooth over here, trying to flirt the day after a breakup. That's so like you, Ezra. You blush even harder as Ezra shrugs and continues walking, encouraging the rest of you guys to walk with them. Ooh. Eventually, the 4 of you end up at the beach. It's well past midnight, and the stars are sparkling. Oh my gosh, that sounds lovely. Just 4 friends at the beach at midnight. That's probably awesome. Right now it's raining and thunderstorming. Do you like it? Ezra moves closer to you as Blair and Sammy run ahead and splash in the water. Yeah, I think I needed this. That was a very sexy transition. You stare up at the moon and stars, shimmering gently from so far away. It was comforting to see the reflections in the water and hear the gentle splashing. You take a deep breath and squeeze your eyes shut, trying to keep yourself from crying. If it means anything, your ex and your sister are absolutely fluffed up. Sister? You turn to him suddenly. How did he know? Do you know them? Not personally, but a friend of a friend. I saw the whole thing on their feed. Apparently posting your freakout was funny to them. Oh, I see. Then that person needs to get punched in the face then. Where are they? They were laughing at the whole thing, so I might have punched them. Ezra, you're now my new favorite person. I like everyone in this game, but you have shot to the top as my favorite person. Thank you for producing the hands in my stead. He shows you his knuckles, which were scuffed up. You reach out and gently run your thumb across them. That must have been hard to watch. I haven't exactly responded well to it. If anyone responded well to hearing about that, I would be more concerned about them, to be honest. Your ex-fiancé cheated on you with your younger sister. Oh. Of course you're upset. You have every right to be. You're not wrong, but I still feel so many things about it. It's just hard to describe, you know? Yeah, I know the feeling. Oh, I don't mean I've been through what you have, but I understand it's hard for you right now. I guess that's why Blair was so adamant on bringing you out, because she could, sense how fluffed up you were over this. Yeah, Blair is really sweet in that regard, huh? But hey, don't forget I paid for your food. You chuckled at this. You're right. Thank you for the food, Ezra. He stared at you. You couldn't find the words to describe it. Something like longing or desire, or maybe despair. Maybe there were other ways to get over your ex. No, that's too much. Is it, Espoir? Is it too much? Unless... Do I even ask? I mean, doesn't hurt to ask, right? You take a deep breath before turning to Ezra. Do you want to head back to my place? He looks down at you and blinks for a second. Are you asking for an escort, or...? I'm asking for the or. You don't have to do anything, I just... Sure, I don't mind, Espoir. Anyways, I know I'd be better company than that prick. Your cheeks flush a deep red once again tonight. It probably wasn't very emotionally healthy, but neither was thinking about your ex. Fluff it. Might as well screw someone who at least wants me, and not my sister. Ezra walks over to Blair and Sammy, letting them know he's taking you home early. They nod and wave you two off before returning to splashing on the beach. Oh. During the walk back to your place, you can feel yourself growing more nervous. Ezra seems to be exuding confidence, as if this doesn't faze him. But what you don't notice is that he's shifted his hair a bit closer to his reddening ears. Aww, you have beautiful eyes. Your apartment door unlocks, and you notice that Chris's keys are still gone. My roommate isn't here, so we should be fine. You feel a gentle hand slip around your waist, sending a shiver up your spine. I think it would be fine, even if they were here, right? I don't know. My roommate is very adorable. His head rests on your shoulder. You blush and look away from him for a moment. My room is down the hall here. Ezra chuckles and pulls off of you for a moment. As the two of you enter your bedroom, you realize that it's still messy since you forgot to make your bed this morning. You awkwardly try to make your bed when Ezra comes up behind you and leans against you, placing a hand over yours. We're just gonna mess it up anyways, right? A small whimper escapes your lips as you feel his body pressed against yours. Can I kiss you? Why not? Go in for that smooch. It will be a healing smooch. He quickly takes his jacket off and tosses it aside before sliding his hands around your waist as you turn to face him. His kiss is gentle, but he feels like he's holding back. He nudges you towards the soft mattress and you sit, letting him lean over you as he kissed you. Soon your tongues are intertwined and he pushes you onto your back. He tastes like the cherry milkshake he had earlier, making you want more. Your hands move to tug his shirt, and he adjusts himself between your legs. He pulls back for a moment. His eyes are locked onto yours, piercing into your soul with such a neediness that you wanted to break out of his gaze. But you couldn't. He takes a tense breath, watching you as if his life depended on it. Are you sure you want to do this? This is a perfect time to tell you about my adult Patreon that has these kinds of scenes, the 18+ scenes in the visual novels that I cannot show here on the YouTubes. But since this is not my adult Patreon, I will, actually... You pull back and nervously smile at Ezra. I'm sorry, I can't do this. Do you mind just sleeping next to me tonight? Of course. I don't want to do anything you're uncomfortable with, okay? Thank you. That's a good boy right there. That's a good man. Consent is very sexy. Do you want me to hold you, or... You grinned at his repeat of your question earlier. Please? Oh. Ezra's arms wrapped around you, tenderly, as you laid next to each other. In the dark, you couldn't see the light blush that fell upon his cheeks. As you slowly fell asleep, you felt Ezra pull you a little closer and bury their face in your neck. Day 2. You woke up to Ezra's limbs intertwined with yours. Reluctantly, you opened your eyes. Surprisingly, you felt light as if you had a good night's rest, even if there was a stranger in your bed. You tried to move, only to get a groan of displeasure from Ezra. He did not want you to leave, and in the moment he reminded you of a cat. Your phone has been going off for the past 10 minutes. You blushed hard as you heard his voice in your ear, deep and mildly annoyed. His voice normally was pretty deep, but this was just insane. How much has it been going off? Before he could respond, your phone started buzzing again. You let out a soft groan and leaned over to grab the vibrating device. It was a text from Steph. You opened the notification to see what the fuss was about. I'm outside. Open the door in 10 seconds or I'm breaking it down. Oh, it's just Steph. They're outside. Both of you jolt up in bed and look at each other awkwardly. You couldn't help but stare at Ezra for a moment before quickly jumping out of bed, only for your legs to falter for a moment. Before you could fall, Ezra's arms shot out and caught you. A tender moment passed as they looked at you. However, as all cute moments are, it was interrupted by banging at your front door. Steph, stop it! Give me a minute! Even though you tried to clear your throat, your voice still came out hoarse. You probably should grab a glass of water when you pass the kitchen. Ezra watched as you ran out of your bedroom, heading to your front door. As you swung the door open, Steph stared at you in disapproval. Pretty! Why the fluff didn't you answer your phone? I just woke up. And who is that? Before you could turn around, you felt Ezra gently place his hand on your shoulder. I'm Ezra. I kept Sugarsnap company last night. Because Ezra was behind you, you didn't see the glare that they gave Steph. All you saw was Steph shift uncomfortably on their feet. You gently nudged Ezra out of the way and stepped aside. Come inside. I'm sorry for not waking up earlier. You know how it is. Steph nodded absent-mindedly as they stepped inside your apartment. Yeah, did you mean to leave your window open? Oh. You followed Steph's gaze to your living room window. No, my roommate, Chris, usually leaves our windows open. No idea why. Never actually got the chance to ask. Steph turned back to you and smiled nervously. Well, how are you feeling? You didn't text me much, so I thought you might have had a bad reaction to what happened. No need to beat around the bush. I know what he did. You could sense Steph's growing discomfort. Can I talk to you alone, Espoir? You looked at Ezra and smiled gently. Sure, Ezra, Steph and I will be in my room for a bit. Make yourself comfortable. Steph grabbed your hand and hurried you into your room as Ezra watched. Don't judge me, Steph. Steph stared at you incredulously. I said don't judge me! Are you serious, Espoir? What do you mean? While I get what happened, really, Fluffin sucked. What the heck was that? A Fluffin stranger? Really? He comes into my store a lot and is really nice. He's not that much of a stranger. For your information, we didn't do it. Ezra just slept in bed with me. In this playthrough, you glare at the ground for a bit. How dare Steph accuse you of that? It's so rude of them. And it's not like you do that, either, in this playthrough. So what? It's not like you were there for me. You went off and decided work was more important than my wedding shower. Oh, it was during your wedding shower? Oh. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You know I would have rather been there than at work, but I can't exactly quit my job for a fluffing party, Espoir. It was one of the most important events in my life. You couldn't even take a single day off. I mean, for Fluff's sake, you never even RSVP'd to the fluffing wedding. You're acting like you care when you didn't even show up in the first place. Well, I'm here now, aren't I? Yeah, full fluffing day after what happened. I texted you in the morning. You didn't fluffing respond. I did. I tried to text you. I tried to be a good friend and let you know that I wasn't dead. I even texted you again that evening and nothing. Fluffing. Nothing. Ma'am. You looked away from them in anger. Why the heck do you even care? I found company in other people who actually showed up. They were there when I needed them. You weren't. I care because we've been friends for our entire lives. It's my darn job to care. Steph, Sarah's pregnant with my ex-fiance's child. My little sister. Steph doesn't look at you. You're glossing over the fact that he not only cheated on me, but got my little sister pregnant. That is so not cash money. That is like uncash money. That is an unjolly bad show. A long silence held in the air as Steph didn't look at you. Now it was your turn to scoff. Steph took a deep breath and looked at you with pity. You're going through a lot right now, and you don't want me here. You have my number if you need me. You watch as they turn and leave your room. After hearing the front door click shut, you crumple to the floor in your room. Oh. You watch as they turn and leave your room. After hearing the front door click shut, you crumple to the floor. I don't even know why I did that. I'm just so frustrated with everything. You could feel hot tears streaming down your cheeks as soft footsteps drew near. As Ezra's arms enveloped you in a hug, you let out a soft sob. It'll be all right, Sugar Cube. You're calling me Sugar Cube like Applejack.
Oh, don't look like that, Sugar Cube.
I like that. Applejack is best pony. Ezra let you cry for a while, before moving their hands to cup your face and look at you. With their thumbs, they wiped your tears and placed soft, delicate kisses on your cheeks. You let out a sad giggle. Ezra. Yes, sweetness. His voice was soothing and made you feel like melting into his touch. I'm sorry if this... No, don't apologize. I know what you're going to say. I'm sorry if this is a lot to handle since we hardly know each other. He smiles at you and kisses your forehead. Ezra stared into your eyes with a gentle smile. Please, don't fret too much about them. You texted them and they never responded. What kind of friend does that? Like, I can understand the whole not being able to, work is work. Some people are workaholics. You can't really get off from your job on your important day. But at least send a text. If I'm gonna check in with you, you gotta check in with me. Your eyes drifted away from their gaze. He wasn't wrong, but it did hurt to hear. It hurt even worse to know it was true. I'll be here for you whenever you need me, okay? You nodded silently as Ezra scooped you up in another hug. Maybe it's okay to rely on Ezra. Their hugs are so warm. You felt a gentle bite on your shoulder, and you look over to see Ezra, who gave you a playful smile. Huh? What? Sorry, you're just really cute. Ezra buried their face into your neck, and you could feel their face was warm. Were they blushing? Ah! Stop, phone! Stop interrupting! Suddenly, you hear a phone buzz, and Ezra pulls away from you. You watched as Ezra pulled his phone out of his pocket, and, reading the notification, then rereading it. Their face fell, and they stood up suddenly. Sugar Snap, I am so sorry, but I have to go. Eliana, my little sister, needs me. Before you could say anything, or even stand up, Ezra grabbed his stuff and was already halfway out of your front door. Goodness. However, he quickly gave you a tight-lipped smile as he shut your apartment door behind him. Well, I guess he loves his sister. You sat on the floor in stunned silence. What do I do now? You got up, leaning on the bed for support. You blush, thinking about the way he was so gentle with you, even when you were crying. Oh. As you wandered over to the kitchen, you quietly pondered what you could do today. It's a Saturday. You filled a glass of water so you could hopefully help your hoarse throat. Sighing deeply, you sat down on the couch. What should I do today? Well, the very first thing I should do is save my game. What if we stay in and watch a movie? Just relax. Relax for today. Treat yourself. You decided a movie would be best. You've had a rough time, so it would be nice to relax for a bit. Rummaging around your kitchen, you found a few snacks to eat while you readied up for a movie. You also noticed a small note on your front door when you were walking back to the TV. It was Ezra's phone number. Aw. You chuckled lightly at that. He was cute. You quietly sat in front of the TV as you clicked through a few channels before settling on your favorite streaming service. It would probably be good to go with a classic, right? After the first movie ended, you checked your phone. Nothing. Maybe another movie? Or another snack? Sure. Watch another movie. You nuzzled further into the couch cushions, the comfort pulling you further in. Another movie was fine. As more time passed, you got a little restless, albeit tired, too. You allowed the images on the screen to take you away from real life for what felt like a few moments. Each time your brain wandered off on its own, you forced it to pay attention. Now you can't even tell what's happening in the movie anymore. Sighing deeply, you looked down at your phone. 6 o'clock in the evening. Oh, the night cafe should be open by now. You wondered for a moment if going to the cafe would help you feel better. Stay home! Never mind, you didn't want to chance an encounter with anyone right now. As the couch's comfort lulled you back into its embrace, you thought about whether or not you should make new friends. After all, the only ones you had weren't there for you when you needed them most. You wondered if anyone would be there for you if you needed them. Chris came to mind for a brief moment, but he was busy with finals. I don't really want to disturb him. Letting out a small groan of displeasure, you rolled your head back onto the couch. Staring at the ceiling wouldn't help. Maybe nothing will. Your phone buzzed. It was Ezra. Hey, Sugar Snap. Just checking in. How are you feeling? You hardly noticed the smile creeping on your face as you replied. I'm fine, just watching some movies. Any recommendations? You found yourself tapping your fingers on the back of your phone impatiently as you watched him type. The little indicator letting you know he was typing popped up and didn't disappear for a while. What was taking him so long? Finally, his message came through. Uh-oh. I don't usually watch movies, but my friend Redacted does. Okay. That's never a good sign. Why is your friend Redacted? He usually rambles on about horror and slashers, though, so I'm unsure if that would be something you're interested in. Huh? I, can't really see part of your message, but yeah, horror is fine. I could honestly watch anything right now. You watched as the red symbol popped up below your message. He didn't begin typing right away, so you assumed he was asking his friend. After a few minutes of you checking your phone and scrolling through your streaming service, your phone finally dinged again. Okay, so here are a few ones that he recommends. The Grievance, and The Small Male Child. Oh, is that The Grudge and The Boy? Huh, those are some interesting picks, but oh well. You scrolled through the screens and found one of them. Gory. As you clicked on the movie, you shot another text back to Ezra to let him know you were watching the movie now, and to thank him for the recommendation. He only replied with a thumbs up emoji. As the movie ended, you wonder if there was anything else you should do for the night. Probably not. It was pretty late. Might as well head to bed. You checked your phone once more, then it hit you. Just yesterday, I was getting a bunch of notifications and messages from everyone. Why? You heard a small thump coming from Chris's room that startled you out of your thoughts. Hey, are you alright? Huh? Oh, yeah. I'm good, bro. Just, dropped something. You shook your head. He usually was clumsy, but it was rare for you to hear him drop something that heavy sounding. You giggled as you remembered the time he tried to cut a watermelon, but the knife slipped, and he ended up almost breaking his thermos. He usually gets startled by little things. I wonder if he saw a bug. Oh well. You clicked the TV off, letting yourself stretch as you stood. Might as well go to bed, right? You walked to your bedroom, listening to see if Chris would drop anything else as you passed his room. Stepping past the threshold of your door, you looked around at your posters and plushies. You wondered if you'd have time to pick up another plushie before the holidays came around. Before flopping onto your bed, you haphazardly got into your regular pajamas. Sinking into your soft blankets, you buried your face into your pillow for a moment. You let yourself breathe like that for a few moments before rolling onto your side. I don't know what I want anymore. Aside from more plushies! Almost forgetting, you quickly placed your phone on your nightstand and plugged it in. Now you could finally sleep. But it was never that easy, was it? You stared up at the ceiling once more. What am I going to do about Kenneth? Before your thoughts turned too sour, you tried to shake them, focusing on tomorrow instead. I should try to have a better day tomorrow, shouldn't I? Eventually, your thoughts subsided enough for you to fall asleep. Day 3. As you slowly came to, you realized your phone was buzzing. Stretching, you made a mental note of how many times your phone went off. But it wasn't stopping, so you reached over and silenced it for a moment. A small blush crept up your face as you thought of last night. Quickly burying your face in your pillows, you smiled nervously. Even though no one should be able to see you, you still were shy about the way you felt. Then, the doubts crept in. It's only been 3 days since I broke up with Kenneth. Your grip on the pillow tightened as you tried to shake your thoughts off. Breathe. It's probably nothing major, just excitement that someone cares for once. Lifting your head from the pillow, you sat up. As you scanned over your room, you noticed that it felt cold. Wait, it's winter. Of course it's going to be cold. Oh, it's winter there? How lucky. It's June here. You chuckled to yourself. Sometimes you were a tad paranoid. feeling like someone was watching you. Well, I mean, you've got Friends plushie right there. That's absurd, though. I'm no one special. You winced at your own thoughts, smiling awkwardly to no one in particular. Shifting your weight, you swung your legs over the side of your bed. Your phone rang, startling you out of your thoughts. It was Ezra. As you answered the call, you wondered what he could be calling about. Hello, Sugar Cube. Hey, Ezra, what's up? I just wanted to check on you. Anyways, how are you feeling? I'm alright. I can't be out for too long today, but I'll be headed to the cafe later with Blair if you'd like to come along. I'll consider it. I have to double-check what I'm doing today. I hope to see you there, Espoir. I'll let you know. As the call clicked off, you felt a buzz come from your hand. What now? Pulling the phone away from your face, you noticed it was a text from Chris. Chris, my bro, read it. You decide you should probably read it. He doesn't text often. Hey bro, are we still on for movie night? Fluff! I totally forgot we do that every week. It originally started as a way for you two to break the ice and get to know each other, but it eventually became routine for you. Every Sunday you had a movie night, and every Monday you spent the morning doing chores together. As you stared at the phone in your hands, you wondered what movie you would watch tonight. The two of you had essentially gone through every old nostalgic movie you could think of from your childhoods. I don't have to figure it out right now. We can choose later. Quickly, you shot back a text letting him know you'll be there. Standing up, you walked out of your room, wondering what you should eat for breakfast. Stepping into the kitchen, you eyed the fridge, wondering if you needed to add anything to the grocery list. I should take that off the fridge. You stared at the wedding invitation that Chris had stuck on. He seemed to be excited to go to your wedding, but a little apprehensive of Kenneth. Where is Kenneth, and how punchable is his face? Just how many people saw he wasn't good for you, but didn't say anything? No, I shouldn't think like that. It wasn't his place to say something. We might be roommates, but we aren't super close. Can I even consider him a friend? He's your bro. Of course he's your friend. He's your best bro. He's your bro. You pondered for a moment, but decided you didn't want to focus on that. What you had was fine enough. There's no need to worry about semantics, right? What should I do? You should eat food. Where should I eat? All these questions! Espoir, can't you take care of yourself? Well, as long as you're back from movie night, I guess that should be fine. Let's go to the cafe. Why is that one red? You decided that going to the cafe would be nice. You were hoping that you'd be able to run into Ezra. As you got ready to head out of the house, you wondered what you should get. Maybe you should get what you usually order. It's always good to go with a classic. As you picked up your keys from the console table, you wondered where Chris was at this hour. Is he at work right now? Does he even have work today? Oh well. Stepping out of the apartment, you excitedly rushed over to the cafe. As you arrived, you realized today was a rare day that they were open all hours. Most of the time it was the night cafe due to staffing, but it seemed like recently they've had more than enough people to help out. Ooh. I wonder what that's about. As you got closer to the doors, you read the sign out front, offering a special discount. 3 small cakes for the price of 1 large cake. Ooh. Ooh, nice special they have. You jumped, not realizing Blair was behind you. Blair! So, how you doing? I'm alright. As good as I can be right now, you know. I understand. You heard approaching footsteps and turned to see Ezra, who smiled at the two of you. Sorry I'm a little late. Let's head inside. Giving Ezra a smile, the 3 of you headed inside. Where is cute Sammy? Once inside, it was hard to deny the amazing smells of the fresh-baked goods. Sometimes I wish I worked here rather than the chocolate shop, because it smells so good. Wouldn't the smell eventually be something you'd grow used to? Then you'd want to go back to the chocolate shop, you nerd. You're not wrong about that. Ezra seemed to be a little unfocused today as he ordered, simply watching how you and Blair interacted. You wanted to ask him about it, but it seemed better not to push the subject. While waiting for your orders, Blair suddenly perked up. Hey, do you guys want to go on a walk on the beach while we eat? Sounds good to me. What about you, Espoir? I wanted to sit down, guys. I don't mind. It'll be nice to be outside, I suppose. Shortly after your orders came out of the cafe, you all headed over to the beach. As the three of you strolled, sipping your drinks and grazing on your food, you got into the topic of Blair's life. You know, when I first started working for myself, I relied on my parents a lot. Growing up, they didn't really vibe with the whole goth thing. When I was younger, all I really had were my parents. They really care about me. For me, family is really important. Ezra and Sammy are very important to me too, don't get me wrong. But we know, Pumpkin. Your parents have always meant a lot to you. I'm glad you have such a close relationship with your parents. I wish I did. Anyways, I went to college, graduated top of my class, and got a really good job. They're proud of me. I just deserve the right to look the way I want, and not like some little girl who would roll over for anyone. I'm not a fluffin' doormat. Just a little frustrating sometimes, you know? I totally understand. I don't think you've ever been a doormat, Blair. Pfft, you're not wrong. I've always been on the prickly side. You know, when I first met you, I was really worried you'd be a lot meaner than you actually are. Good. You stared at her, a tad bewildered. Look, I've dealt with enough crap in my life, and I really don't want people I don't know to assume I'm gonna be some sweetheart they can boss around. My resting mean face is carefully curated to keep away the creeps. You don't know how many times I've had to... Ezra stopped himself. Blair elbowed him with a laugh. What? Don't want to admit you've beaten up dudes for me? He looked irritated at the comment. Oh my god, you fluffing nerd. You usually are so chill about mentioning that. Is Espoir special or something? Her teasing made him seem to grow more agitated, and he just let out a small huff before changing the subject. Eventually, when you neared the pier, Blair's phone lit up. Hey, dorks, my mom is calling me. Looks like she wants me to attend a family thing tonight. I'll head out. Talk to you later, Pumpkin. See you, Blair. You looked at Ezra inquisitively. He realized you were staring and chuckled. I call Blair Pumpkin because growing up her favorite Halloween costume was a pumpkin. Oh, makes sense. Do you want to stay out with me for a bit longer, or do you think you'll be heading home as well? I guess we could stay out for a little while longer, maybe. I have the time. I'll stay for a bit longer. I'm glad you're willing to spend more time with me. It means a lot, Sugar Cube. You could feel your face heat up a bit as he smiled ever so gently at you. The two of you continued to walk along the beach and talk about nothing and everything. After a while, you realized the sun was setting, so you should probably head home soon. Well, it was nice to see you again, Ezra. It's always the highlight of my day when I see you. Your cheeks flushed red as he spoke. That's really sweet of you to say. It's just the truth, Sugar Snap. Avoiding his gaze, you glanced down at your phone. You saw a text from Chris that was from around an hour ago. Opening it, you realized you had entirely forgotten about the movie night. I didn't forget. I just thought we'd get there sooner. Mailed. What's wrong? Ezra looked at you with concern, and you couldn't help but feel bad. I totally forgot that my roommate and I have a weekly movie night. I even remembered this morning, but I guess I got distracted. Oh, my bad. No, it's okay. I really need to go. I'm so sorry. Alright. Well, if you need anything, you have my number. Yeah, thank you. As you quickly retreated from the beach and back to your place, you hoped Chris wouldn't be too upset. Ooh. I like watching the little things. They are very ominous. Oh no! Chris, no! Bro, no! As you walked in the front door, you saw Chris on the couch with a bowl of popcorn, crying. No! Your stomach dropped until you realized it was the movie that made him upset and not your tardiness. Oh, okay. Don't scare me like that, Chris. You're my bro. You're my bro, Chris. As he heard your keys drop onto the console, he quickly wiped his tears and gave you an awkward smile. Oh, hey, I wasn't sure if you were gonna make it. You returned the uncomfortable smile with one of your own. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I got carried away while I was out and... He rubbed the back of his neck and avoided your gaze. It's alright. You're going through a lot right now. I get it, bro. Shyly, you stepped closer to him and fidgeted a bit with your phone. I'm gonna go put this away. Do you want to get more popcorn? Yeah, sure. As he got up from the couch, you quickly retreated to your room. Fluff, he's upset. You placed your phone on your nightstand, wondering if you should apologize again. Deciding against it, you headed back out to the living room and sat down on the couch as he sat down next to you. Do you want to pick the movie, Chris? Sure, I've been meaning to watch this one movie if you don't mind. You watched as he quickly scrolled through your streaming service to find a movie called Flirting the Issue. What's it about? Oh, it's a painfully slow burn rom-com between two really oblivious nerds who fall in love and don't realize it. Oh, sounds interesting. Let's watch it. Excitedly, Chris clicks the movie on and goes to refill the bowl of popcorn during the opening sequence. You got a little lost in the movie before you realized you wanted to grab some popcorn, reaching over without looking. You realized the popcorn wasn't where you expected it to be. Taking your eyes off the screen, you glanced over and saw it was a few inches further from your hand on the coffee table. You leaned over, still unable to reach it. Slightly annoyed, now that the popcorn was evading your reach, you scoot closer to Chris in order to grab some. I'm kind of gunning for Ezra, but I'll stay next to him. You didn't scoot back across the couch, but you also didn't want to get closer to him. If I move away from him, he might get the wrong idea, so... Hey, do you mind grabbing me a blanket? I'm pretty cold. Oh yeah, and it is winter. Chris looked up at you with a smile and got up. Yeah, sure, just a minute, bro. As you got up, you readjusted yourself back to your spot on the couch and placed the popcorn between the two of you. Hopefully this will keep us from getting too close again. As he returned with a folded blanket, he smiled. Here's your blanket, my dude. Thanks. As he sat back down, you quickly bundled up in the blanket, resuming the movie and continuing watching how two oblivious nerds fell in love. After the movie ended, you got up and began to clear off the coffee table. Chris stopped you. It's okay. I'll clean up. Go get some rest. You look tired, bro. Is it that noticeable? A little. He awkwardly laughed as he guided you back to your room. Go to bed, Espoir. You need rest. Somehow, him calling your name made you blush, and you quickly retreated into your room. As you held onto the blanket, you realized your bedroom was colder than usual. Might as well keep the blanket. You flopped onto your bed, ignoring your phone on the nightstand, and just wanting to sleep. Before you knew it, you were fast asleep, cuddled in the blanket that Chris gave you. Oh. End of day 3. Thank you for playing. That was nice. That was lovely. So many new friends! Ooh, friends! Okay, there's a lot that I could do different there, but I will save that for another episode. There will be a link in the description to this game if you'd like to try it out for yourself. But do heed the warnings and remember that this game was made for mature, over 18 players. But I'd love to know what you think in the comments, so you can put something down there and I will read it. Well anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Take care of yourself, have a great night, and remember, there is always hope.